What's going on, everyone? This is Apollo from Down, Down, Up, Up, your host as always, and today it is time for another episode of Talk Apollo Talk. As everyone knows, last night was WWE Battleground. One thing to note, calm down, this is bleach, this is just water. I just woke up an hour ago, and I need a drink. Um, but anyway, yeah, Battleground was last night, and to give it a solid rating right off the bat, I give it 4.5 out of 5. That was a good pay-per-view. Others can disagree. Me, I'm personally proud of it just because I called most of it. Because what me and my friends like to do when we're watching it, we like to make up these quizzes. Something like this. Listing off match results and who's going to interfere, yada, 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 and we score in points. We've done this since the Royal Rumble, and I've won most of them because I am a god, as you all know. But no, it's all in good fun, and most of it can be pretty lucky when you look at it. But looking at a strategic point, this probably is not an order of the whole night, but I am going to list it off in order and my opinions of it. Are we ready? Here we go. Okay, so there was only one pre-show match this time. I will start off on the bat. I have big problem with the pre-show, not the match itself, which I'll go into in a second. Baron Corbin? No. Apollo Crews? No. What the heck? They were on the main show last month at Money in the Bank. Why would they not be on this? Like, it just baffles me that WWE has just put them aside right now. I personally don't understand it. I honestly thought that the pre-show would be Baron Corbin versus Kalisto because it looks like their rivalry is going to start as we saw on Raw, and they were drafted to the same show, SmackDown. So that should have been the pre-show. As for Apollo Crews, um, I kind of understand why he might not have been on this because he's not really locked in a rivalry with anyone right this minute. But still, I'm a little bit disappointed that WWE could not at least get Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews on Battleground. But let's hope for SummerSlam, right? Because I personally was hoping that the Corbin Kalisto feud could just throw it away, Battleground, maybe another 2 weeks or something. Because I want to see Apollo Crews fight Baron Corbin at SummerSlam. I enjoyed their match at NXT London, and I would love to see them start their own feud with each other. I think it's a fun idea. Why not? Maybe let this rivalry go on. Maybe the length of the Corbin Ziggler rivalry. Not really what me and probably a lot of you want to see, but I just love to see them go at it and maybe get 3 solid matches in. Anyway, excuse me. So moving on to the pre-show itself, we had, of course, the panel. We had Renee Young. We had, of course, Jerry the King Lawler. Now that he's on it, he's not doing commentary anymore. Um, as a kid, I'm hurt because I'm so used to Jerry. But as a adult thinking about it, it's probably a good idea. Jerry's commentary as a heel, it's not quite what it once was, and he's taking shots. Like he's taking shots these days. Anyway, of course we had Booker T on, which is fine. Booker T is Booker T. Everyone knows how he works. I'm really not going to go into trying to make fun of him or anything. It's Booker T. Get used to it. And Corey Graves, I'm not going to lie, I was a little bit disappointed. I was hoping for Battleground they would actually have the 2 separate tables for Raw and SmackDown. Thinking about it now, meh, I guess not, but I was really hoping Graves would get to call Battleground. Um, and of course, Cesaro was on the pre-show panel for a bit. Again, I guess this is a work now, him talking about why he can't be on the wrestling show, why he can't be wrestling instead of talking, which actually made me think he was going to interfere in the Sami Zayn Kevin Owens match because all 3 men are on the same brand. Of course, he didn't. I'll get into that later. But it was interesting to hear him kind of complain once again. I don't think this is a heel turn. He's making legitimate points, and I'm surprised he's not the Intercontinental Champion right now. You guys remember how I ranted bit by bit before? I really don't remember what videos, but oh, he should have been champion. Got my Montreal Habs bottle. Anyway, I don't really. Of course, Mick Foley and Daniel Bryan, the general managers, they were doing answering questions, I think, on Twitter with Tom Phillips in the back. I kind of enjoyed that. Usually those are boring segments, but it was just nice to hear Daniel and Foley's impact on everything right now, because you pick the smart people for the pre-show. I give credit to that. I enjoyed listening to them talk about what they have planned or what they think they're going to have planned. I think that was mainly it for the pre-show. Maybe a little backstage interviews. Nothing too important that I really recall. But anyway, on to the match. We had, and this was actually pretty late in the pre-show, which I wasn't actually used to. But in the end, maybe a good decision. Excuse me. It didn't really last too long. I don't even think there was a commercial break for it. But anyway, we had the Usos versus Breezango, the one and only match in the pre-show. I went with Breezango myself because come on, they're hot right now. When they came out, they got a good reaction in Washington. The Usos are really stale right now. I did not want to see them win, but Breezango, they're onto something right now. Like they got a good pop. Anyway, match itself, it was okay. It was back and forth. We had a close near fall with an Uso, pinning, I think, Fandango, and then Fandango trying to pin an Uso. And then finally, Breezango won. I believe that Uso jumped through the second rope. He took out Fandango, and then Jimmy flew from the top and went for a splash, but Breeze got the knees up, and then all he did was just roll him and got the win. And there's your huge pop of the night. I actually called this one right. I picked Tyler to take the pin on Jimmy, so I was happy about that. And yeah, it was an okay match. And Breezango, that the team is the only thing that's keeping these guys relevant right now. So keep it going. Keep it going. This is better than the Golden Truth right now. So good job, WWE. Anyway, on to the next. I'll see if I can try to do this in order, but I probably won't. We had, of course. Actually, no. I'm just gonna go down the list. I don't know why I want to go in order. I'm just going down the list as is. We had the six-man tag team match. The New Day, the tag team champions, versus the Wyatt family and Bray Wyatt, Eric Rowan, and Braun Strowman. This is a non-title match, and this most likely, like a few of the other matches, is the end of the feud because of the draft. New Day, all of them are on Raw. Braun Strowman is the only Wyatt member that's on Raw because Bray Wyatt and Eric Rowan are on SmackDown. As fans, we thought this was going to go on to SummerSlam. Am I correct? And maybe a tag team title win for the Wyatts. But apparently that's not the direction they're going right now. So this feud looks like it ended at Battleground. Most likely for SummerSlam, I'm hoping a triple threat match for the tag team titles. We have New Day, we have the Club, and we have Enzo and Cass. Make something happen. And of course, it was a good match. We had an excellent spot with Big E jumping through the middle rope, spearing, I believe, Strowman, but he landed like on his head. I was scared for the guy for a second. I hope he's okay. Other good spots. Kofi Kingston taking a leap of faith. Woods finally like going at Bray Wyatt, but still getting scared in the end. And of course, in the end, it was Bray Wyatt hitting Sister Abigail on Woods, getting the win. I again was happy calling it. I called the Wyatts. They needed that win to look strong going into just going on their own on separate shows. New Day did not need that win at all. Now that the feud is over, they still have the tag titles. It wasn't about the tag titles. In the end, this feud was really just about, hey, you interrupted our return. Now feel me. So yeah, that's really how it went. I did have Bray pinning Woods again. I was happy about that, and there was the option here, Xavier to turn heel on New Day and join the Wyatt family. I picked no, and obviously it didn't happen because there's no point. And of course, he's not even on the same show as Bray Wyatt. So that's it. I was okay with that. Of course, then we had, and again, reminder, this is not in order. So calm down. Becky Lynch versus Natalya. Of course, this leading up to Natty turning heel last month at Money in the Bank. I wasn't expecting that, but it happened. I guess maybe our top heel women for SmackDown is Natalya? Possibly. Yeah, possibly for now. Don't get me wrong, she can make a good heel. I just wondered, like, why. But now I finally get it because of the whole draft. It seems that her and Becky's feud is actually going to go to SummerSlam because I did call this again. Natalya won. It was a decent match, back and forth with a few submissions. Becky kept going for the disarmer. I think she got some like cross arm breakers in there too. Natty got the sharpshooter in one or two times, and then finally, after Becky's leg had been worked on back and forth, Natalya won by submission. I did call Natalya to win. I wasn't expecting submission. I picked 10 because I just thought Natty might get like a roll up of some kind. But no, Natalya won by submission. This might not be a good decision for Becky. The only plus is I'm hoping for SummerSlam they have a rematch. Becky Lynch wins by submission and maybe keep her going strong. So we'll just see where this goes. I was perfectly fine with it. And of course, in the extras, pin submission DQ was the only option. I picked pin. It was submission. There you go. Next, the United States Championship match. Rusev, of course, the champion with Lana versus Zack Ryder. This one kind of just building up over the few weeks after Ryder beat Sheamus with the Elbro. Just one Elbro on SmackDown. You guys remember that? It's like, wait, that's it? Oh, wow. Okay, Sheamus, you just jobbed. And then just making an open challenge to Rusev. And then he finally gets it tonight after waiting and waiting and waiting. Of course, this match, it was a thing. Did anyone see Lana's attire? Is she like trying to be Queen of Washington or something? Like, what was that? I'm not judging, but that, Rusev, you're gonna get married to Lana? She has pretty expensive tastes. Good water. So the match was basically, I wouldn't say a squash. It was okay. It was just one of those matches. I will say I was very, very annoyed when Zack Ryder got the Rough Rider and did not pin Rusev. Why? What are you thinking, man? Of course, in the end, Rusev did win. I'll get to the end later. But come on. If you had pinned him and Rusev would have kicked out, that would have made him look strong. Like, come on, I could have accepted that. He didn't kick out a Clash of the Titus, like, it was supposed to be a rope break, but come on. Really? And then, of course, hit the Rough Rider. Zack went up to the top, went for the elbow. Last second, Rusev got the knees up. Excuse me. Machka, he does his kick to the back of Ryder's head, locks in the accolade. It looks like Ryder trying to get up out of it, but now we know anyone who tries to get up, all Rusev has to do is fall on his back and keep pulling. And that's what happened. Zack tapped. It was a thing. I picked Rusev, of course, because of this whole brand thing. Either both champions, Miz and Rusev, retain, or we have two new champions, which I doubted. I went with the right decision on that. I did pick submission because, of course, I expected. Actually, no, I didn't expect Ron to interfere, so I said no. That's just the option there. And of course, new United States champion. I said no. That was an interesting question for the whole thing. Anyway, Rusev continued his assault, and I immediately knew, oh, wait a minute, is he here? Mojo Riley came out. It was awesome to see Mojo Riley. I honestly am a big fan of him. You guys know how I reacted to the draft in my first episode of Taco Paulo Talk. Yeah, it's Mojo Riley. So the Hype Bros are on SmackDown. Get ready for the Vaudevillains and the Ascension to job. Oh well. Anyway, on to the next match. Listed here. Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. The final fight. Yeah, right. You guys know my reaction to them being put together. Come on. Whose decision was that? Seems like we're going to get a SummerSlam match. After this match, maybe not. Maybe not. I'm not sure. But most likely, yes. It was an amazing match. This was a 5-star match. This was my match of the night. This had everything. This had some scary spots, like a brainbuster suplex on the apron from Sami to Owens. Owens super kicking Sami as he's going for his DDT through the second and bottom rope. You guys know what he does outside. And then a cannonball when Sami was still lying after getting kicked, and it looked like his head just bounced off the pole. Oh, that was so scary. And then Owen, of course, gets a 6-star frog splash. Blue Thunder Bomb by Zayn, Exploder suplexes, Dragon Busters, everything, man. This match was a classic. And I picked Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn needed this win. I knew down in my heart that he needed it. It's Battleground. Sami is not one of pay-per-view says coming. And then a pop-up powerbomb. 1, 2, Sami just made it to the ropes. My God, me and my friends, we marked out to that. And then Sami's coming back after everything. Hits the haluva kick. and he doesn't pin him. He's just looking at Owens like, we all expected him to just say, "I'm sorry, I love you," just like the Shawn Michaels Ric Flair thing. But he pushes him back. Another haluva kick. 1, 2, 3. Sami Zayn beats Kevin Owens. That was an awesome match. No attacks after. Great match. I picked Sami. I picked Pin. Does this long time rivalry finally end? I picked no. And come on, it's not. SummerSlam is on the way, which most likely KO will get the win. But this was an awesome match. And if it really is the end of the rivalry for now, I will give my honest opinion. I'll accept it. My gosh, the match was awesome, and I look forward to watching it maybe in another few days when I feel like it. Just, geez, that was great. All right, so going down the list. The Intercontinental title match, The Miz, champion, of course, with Maurice versus Darren Young with Bob Backlund. This was an interesting thing to put together because, again, both men are not on the same brand, so I wasn't expecting a title change, but I did pick Darren Young. I do like that the stupid promos are finally over and Darren Young's on the main roster with Bob Backlund. Okay, I'm just trying to think. So, anyway, yeah, it's not like we're going to have a title change. I did pick a disqualification just because I was at a house show in Toronto for the SummerSlam Heatwave Tour, and that's exactly what happened. Miz got disqualified facing Darren Young for his title. So I was just thinking, oh, we're going to get a replay. It's a bad idea to kill Young while he's hot, because he might just go after Rusev for a SummerSlam match, because him and Rusev are on the same brand. So that's an option. Anyway, in the end, it was a decent match, but what was that stupid ending? You guys know what I mean? Like, Maurice, did she just fall over after she slapped Bob Backlund? Bob's taking off his shirt and everything going nuts, and he's going nuts in front of the Miz, and Miz just pushes him down, and then Darren grabs Miz from behind with the cross-face chicken wing outside, and then the referee just rings the bell. Like, what? Is this like a no contest or something? I guess it was. I still have not checked the results. I'm tempted to do it now. You know what? I'm going to do it now, because I'm really curious. Just so, like, I can end this crap once and for all. If I can just do it right now, I'll feel good. Just give me, like, 1 second. Hope you guys are enjoying my, feel of the show right now. It was a great show, but this might have been, like the piss break match. And I hate to say it, but it just was. Anyway, I'm looking on it right now. Just give me 1 tiny second. Okay, I'm just going down the list here. Oh, it was a double disqualification. Oh, so it was a DQ, and I was right. Okay, in that case, I can feel free to give myself another 2 points. But no, thing's over. I don't care. But in the end, no. Officially, double disqualification is what it's listed for. That makes no sense to me. No, they did nothing that resulted in a DQ. Nothing. So, shame on WWE. Should have just had Darren winning by DQ in general, or count out. Maybe count out. Anyway, moving on. The tag team match: Charlotte and Dana Brooke versus Sasha Banks and a mystery opponent. This kicked off the show. And thinking about it now, I'm okay with it just because of how the match went. It wasn't anything too special, but really have a surprise and you're putting it first, that's okay. Alright, if you really want to do it. I of course picked Sasha and the mystery partner because seriously, Charlotte has won every single pay-per-view she's been on. Excuse me. That is my alarm clock if you guys are hearing that right now. I don't know why I didn't turn it off. Anyway. Yeah, Charlotte has won every single pay-per-view she's been on ever since she debuted at Battleground last year. So I would have been really annoyed if her and Dana won again. In the end, it was Bayley. Bayley was the mystery partner, and she teamed with Sasha Banks. See, we should have guessed it. All of us did not guess Bayley. We all believed the rumors in the end that, it's going to be Nikki Bella. Oh, it's going to be AJ Lee because of the tease tweet. Oh, it's going to be Nia Jax. I went with Nikki Bella because I felt like it really was going to be her because Bayley didn't get drafted. Bayley is doing TakeOver with Asuka. But no, it's Bailey, and I loved every second of it. But WWE swerved us, making us believe it wouldn't be Bailey. But at least the people in the crowd, they wanted Bailey and they got her. It was a decent match back and forth. In the end, I got what I wanted. Sasha Banks made Charlotte tap out. That's good. Can we please have a new champion at SummerSlam? Oh, can we please? I am so sick of this Dana Charlotte thing. Oh, please. Anyway, that's it for that. Um, and we are moving on to the six-man tag team match: John Cena, Enzo Amore, and Big Cass versus the Club: AJ Styles, Carl Anderson, and Luke Gallows. I enjoyed the promo for this match with Cena, Enzo, and Cass in the ring. That was pretty cute. It was just good. I enjoyed it. And of course, out comes the club. The match goes. It was a good match. It looked like it was going to be short because of how the time was going for the show. They did go overtime, by the way. It's a good thing we caught it on because we're recording and doing stuff. But anyway, it was just good. Like there were a few good spots. Spinebuster on the table. Enzo jumping off stairs, hitting his DDT. And in the end, Cena did win with his top rope AA to AJ Styles. Again, I picked Cena pinning Styles. I was happy about that. Their feud needs to go on to SummerSlam. And same with Enzo and Cass and the club, and hopefully the New Day, as you guys already heard me say that. And yeah, I did pick, of course, Cena and Enzo and Cass because, again, Enzo and Cass need a pay-per-view win, and they still haven't gotten it until now. So good stuff. Doesn't matter if they didn't get the pin, they got it. Good match. And next little segment, the highlight reel. I almost forgot about this. A highlight reel with Randy Orton. It wasn't really anything that special. It was just Jericho making fun of Randy Orton. It was nice to see Randy Orton, and of course, basically his whole segment is, "Hello, it's Randy Orton. We need to find someone who he can RKO and the crowd can go nuts." And they picked Jericho, and it happened. Anyway, that happened. Randy Orton's back. He looks okay to me. He has a lot more sass right now, and it looks like he's a full-on face. So, yeah, I'm fine with that for now, but we'll see how it goes. I really don't blame anyone for keeping him face just because there's not really a title he can go after right now. If Orton's going to turn heel, do it to get a title chance. But no, and now, time for the Shield triple threat. This match was okay, but you know what it felt like to me and a few other people? It felt like Shinsuke Nakamura versus Finn Balor. The hype was good. It actually happened at something that we didn't expect because we didn't expect it on the main NXT show. We thought it was going to be Takeover, and this I thought the Shield triple threat was going to be at SummerSlam, but no, that's not happening either. It's happening in Battleground. That's what it felt like to me. It didn't feel it was its full potential. Another thing that kind of annoyed me was the general managers and Shane and Steph had to come out again. Why? Just let them do their thing, for crying out loud. But it was a good match, and there were some awesome spots. Like a Shield powerbomb to Roman, Seth hitting the powerbomb, Dean picking him up through a table. That was a good pop. Of course, Superman punches, kicks, and lunatic lariats in a whole sequence, which was very cool. Rollins hit the pedigree, got the near fall on Reigns. And really just back and forth city. I know there was a drive-by in there at one point. In the end, a spear to Rollins. 1, 2, Ambrose grabs Reigns. Dirty deeds. Dean Ambrose pinned Roman Reigns and retained the WWE title. I couldn't believe it. Nobody picked Ambrose. I picked Seth. But in the end, yeah, it's perfect. And I'll explain why in a second. Out comes the SmackDown locker room holding Dean up. It was just a cool moment to see Dean win. Nobody wanted to see Roman win it, especially clean. And that's really just all I have to say about it. Great job, Dean Ambrose. So the WWE title stays on SmackDown. Raw needs a championship. So just bring back the World Heavyweight Championship for Raw. Have Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins happen at SummerSlam. Then you can do the Triple H screw job. Triple H turns on Seth. Roman turns heel. Roman wins. That's how they can do it. I am still on to Adam Blampier from WhatCulture.com, his idea about this. The problem is, he picked Battleground. I didn't feel like this was going to happen at Battleground. It's Battleground. SummerSlam is the place for awesome screw jobs like that. And that is what I'm really looking forward to right now. Other than that, we're going to see how the shows work now for the whole brand split thing. So, what's going to happen at SummerSlam? I'm hoping what I just said, Roman, Seth, Triple H screwjob on Rollins. Maybe for the WWE title, and this is a big maybe, Dean Ambrose, John Cena, AJ Styles, triple threat. I would love that. I would honestly love that. Of course, I do want Charlotte and Sasha one-on-one for the WWE Women's title. Maybe Darren Young and Rusev, and maybe give it to Darren. I'm not sure. Because, how long are you going to keep this Rusev thing? Like, who are you saving Rusev for? I don't know. I guess we'll see. Intercontinental title, hopefully Apollo Crews. And that's a big, hopefully. Keep your fingers crossed, everyone. Tag team titles. I already said what I wanted. I want a triple threat for those tag team titles. I don't really care who wins. I just want to see those teams going at it full on. And yeah, about Baron Corbin. If he's not fighting Apollo, because I did just say Apollo for the IC title, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Unless maybe you do want another triple threat. Maybe you want Miz, Corbin, and Apollo. Because you did Miz, Ryback, and Big Show last year, and that was just this triple threat will be good if you want to do that. I maybe get the Hype Bros on the pre-show for SummerSlam. Oh yeah, then again, it is a 4-hour SummerSlam, so let's see some stuff. Let's see Cesaro in a good match. If we're seeing Sammy and Owens again, fine. If we're seeing Sammy Owens and Cesaro, that's a rumor going around right now. Yes, I would love it. Anything I'm missing? Anything huge I'm missing right now? Oh, of course, Becky and Natty. Give Becky a good win. And that might just be it for now. So yeah, Battleground, great show. Great show. I enjoyed it. Let me know how you guys thought about it. Did you think it was a good show? Do you think it was a bad show? Leave your comments below. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching another episode of Talk Apollo Talk. I enjoyed doing it. I enjoyed the pay-per-view. Thank you so much. Keep it real. I will see you next time. SummerSlam's coming.